All right, everyone. Morning. Today's Monday. It's around 11 a.m. and this is going to be a recap video. So, before we start, I want to let everyone know that we have a holiday sale from December until December 31st. You could save 200 on annual and 1,000 on lifetime. For those that don't know, we are raising our prices after December. The price of monthly is going from 179 to 199. The price of annual is going from 1790 to 1990. The reason why we're doing this is because we've been talking about it for a year. We give all of the trading education, all of the DVDs, all the mentorship for free. So you don't join us for 50 bucks and then pay $3,000 to get your DVDs and education. You join for $5 a day. You get all the education and you get about 8 new videos every single week. So after December is when we're raising our prices. So if you do not lock in your prices during the holiday sale, chances are you're not going to get prices like that again. I have a link in the description of the video. If you want to upgrade again, it ends December 31st. And I think we have like 29 spaces left. We're trying to cap it up a little bit. Let's talk about trading today. So I always want to start off with mentality, thought process, and what's working for me, what's not working for me, and what you guys could do to kind of replicate it. So for those that don't know, I am up almost $80,000 in 30 days of trading. I'm not doing anything different. I'm not doing anything crazy. All I'm doing is sticking to my daily trading process. All I'm doing is focusing on the setups. As you could tell, sometimes the market is hot, like in the winter after November. Sometimes the market is slow, like December. But as long as I stick to my process, does everyone still see me? Give me like a thumbs up or some shit. Stopped me too. There we go. Am I back? Someone tell me if I'm back or not. All right, I guess I'm back. Trolls tried to put me down again, but we're back here. All right. So, I haven't been doing anything differently. I haven't been changing anything. Basically, what I've been doing is sticking to my process, and every single day I get paid, right? Um, there's a couple things that I want to make sure that everyone understands. There's a couple things that people need to know, and I mean, repetition is the only way to understand what I'm talking about, right? So maybe this is going to sound repetitive to those that kind of watch the videos. Maybe it's going to sound something new for all the lazy people that don't. But what I want to do is let you guys know what my process is like every single morning, right? Every single morning, what am I doing up to show up to the market to give myself the best probability of making money with the least amount of stress? So, as I always mention, your process always starts the day before, right? So, if today is Monday, my process starts on Sunday. And it's almost been like a recurring theme that almost every single Sunday, I've been having people over my house. Sunday is kind of like my relaxing day. Sunday is my day to not really do any work. I work 6 days a week for like 15 hours a day, answering questions, trying to innovate, trying to improve MIC. So on Sunday, I just like to sit down like a vegetable and do nothing. So I have my friends come over. My friends are basically alcoholics. They drink all the time. I don't really like to do that. But there's a lot of peer pressure and a lot of temptation, right? So what ends up happening is every single Sunday, I make sure to go to bed early. And the reason why I want to go to bed early is so that Monday I could wake up energized, I could wake up focused, because Monday is what sets the tone for your entire week. If you screw up on Monday, you spend the entire week with a bad mindset trying to improve your mistakes from Monday. And what I've noticed about myself is that every single Monday I underperform because I am too excited to trade. I am too over eager to trade. I sit down Saturday and Sunday, and although I need those days to kind of relax and be away from the market, all I can think about is the market. So when the market opens up on Monday, I find myself trading with FOMO. I find myself not trading as well as I should. So every single Monday these days, I like to kind of be a little bit more self-aware and pay attention to my own self and try to improve my trading. So today, I kept it really simple. For those of you that don't know, every Monday I put out a free video watch list on the YouTube channel. This is basically, I want to kind of give people a sneak peek inside all the resources they get in MIC, but I like to reserve the video watch list every other day for the members in chat. Monday, I give it free. So if you watch my video watch list, you can see that my plan today was on CEI, right? And basically, what I did is I kept it very simple. For those that watch the videos, You understand that I'm not overcomplicating it. You guys understand that I'm not putting any mathematical equations. You guys understand that I am looking for key technical levels and basing my trades off those levels. So, for example, on CEI, if you remember, I think it was last week, we mentioned that the 230 level was the key area of support. If the stock broke the 230 level, that it would have a high probability of tanking. And that was because VWAP was around that area and support was around that area. So it had two indicators that if they broke, chances were that the stock was going to tank. And basic technical analysis tells us this: previous support becomes resistance. So if 230 was support a couple days ago, you better believe that 230 is going to be resistance anytime that it tests it again, right? So in the morning, the stock was at 215 or 220 when I was making my watch list. And I basically mentioned to the guys during the watch list that 230 is my ideal level to short the stock in the morning. I have it on the watch list. Go look at the video right before this and you will see my plan. My plan was at 8 in the morning before the market opened. So as the stock is ramping up, my plan tells me, okay, previous support is 230. It should act as resistance today at 230. Let me just have an order at 229 before the resistance level, just in case, right? Just in case there's going to be a wall of sellers at 230, which there probably will be because there are longs from the previous days that just want to exit, right? So pre-market, we get a push towards 229. I short a little bit at 229, and I cover at 217 or 216. So I made 13 cents a share in 2 minutes, right? And that's a very small position that I had, no more than 2,000 shares because pre-market. So here I am up 13 cents. And if you guys remember what I keep mentioning in these videos, a light bulb moment went off in my head when I was talking to one of the members called Flash. And basically that light bulb moment was this: too many people try to go for the home run trades. Too many people try to make 20, 30, 40 cents a trade. Well, what I've noticed that I think is really important for people to understand is that your goal as a trader is to make 10 cents a share multiple times on multiple shares. Your goal is not to make 10 cents on, I mean, your goal is not to make 40 cents on one trade and then hit your home run. Your goal is to make 10 cents on two or three trades, which adds up to 30, 40 cents. So on CEI, my first trade was for 13 cents. CEI, my next trade, when it went up from and kind of bounced to 223 after that. I shorted at 222, 223, covered at 217. There was another 5 or 6 cents. So here I'm up 20 cents on two scalps. Then in the morning, it pops towards 230. I shorted some at 230. It went to 236. For the, I think it was Luca that asked me the question about how much room do I give it. I give it about 10 cents. So it went to 230. And then I told the members that if it breaks 220, that is going to be my level to size in because that's kind of the area where VWAP was, right? So goes to 230. I have my 30% size, breaks 220. I add in my size, and then the stock fades down all the way to $2. I make my money and I walk away. So as you can notice, maybe three scalps, maybe four scalps led to making 30 or 40 cents on the stock. Whereas trying to make 30 or 40 cents in one shot is nearly impossible with a stock like that. So I had two or three scalps that added up to 40 cents. And if I used 1,000 shares each of those times, which I think I did. I think I used like 1,200 shares because what I'm trying to do these days is I'm trying to use less size to show you guys that it doesn't take much size to make money. So for me, 1,000 shares, I could close my eyes and it could go $15 against me and I won't care. But the point about it is that I'm showing you guys that with not much size, with a $2,300 equity position, you could be making $300 a day. And on CI, I walked away with almost 500-600 bucks. Great trade. But the point that I was trying to make on this trade was that the levels were so easy to recognize. 230 previous support became resistance today. All you have to do is wait for that 230 level, short it, cover for your 10 cents, and then you're done for the day. If you want to go back and try to make more, so be it. But recognize that you should be only using the outer lines that we talk about. You should only be using the outer levels that we talk about, right? So next time you feel like you should be trading and making more money, next time you feel like a setup is there and ready for you, remember that the amateur traders try to go for 40, 50 cents in one trade. They are stressed. It is tough. The experienced traders know that you got to go in, out, take the money, run, take the money, run, take the money, run, right? Because if you're being patient all day for a big trade, chances are that trade is going to do the opposite because you're greedy. If you're taking your small 10-cent scalps every single day, you're making your money. So CEI trade was there, relatively easy. 230 level identified pre-market, early pre-market, and it tested again at open. That's a gift, right? That's a gift. So that's number one that I want to talk about. Does everyone understand what I'm talking about now about CEI? If you do, leave like a thumbs up so I see because I see the counter going up. That's one. Number two is this. Adam had a very good topic that he wanted me to talk about. It's about. I want to keep it very simple for you guys to understand this. So, for me personally, what you have to realize is this. I get questions all the time like, what separated you? What was the difference about you? Why did you make it? And why did someone else not make it, right? What was the thing that you did differently that 90% of traders don't do, right? And this is a great question, right? It's a great question, but the answer is pretty fucking simple, man. The answer is pretty fucking simple. And it's gonna be the answer that you guys all think and you guys all know. But it's I fucking put in the work, right? I put in the work. I literally eat, sleep, and drink trading. I did not hang out with women. I did not go out. I did not spend money. I was a recluse, a hermit in my room every single day, studying, studying, studying to improve. And back then, MIC didn't exist. There were no actual quality videos that you had, right? There were no quality videos. I had to learn all the wrong ways. I basically learned what to do wrong. And because I learned what to do wrong, I learned what to do right. I had no resources like MIC. I had no mentors. I had no one that was actually trying to help me learn to trade rather than scam me, right? Every single person that you see in the trading world is selling you $1,000 course, is selling you a $3,000 package, is selling you an $8,000 inner circle. But what we want to do is make it affordable enough that you don't have to ever pay for the education. And that's where the 179 comes. That's where $5 a day comes, where you get all the education for free. If you cannot afford $5 a day, you should not be trading. You should not be going with a discount service. You should not be doing anything like that. So what separated me is I put in the work. Right? I put in the work every single day. I watched videos every single day. The statistic is that 90% of traders fail. And what I realize is 90% of traders don't watch educational videos. 90% of traders don't put in the work. 90% of traders don't give a fuck, right? And that's totally fine with me, right? That's totally fine. I take advantage of the inexperienced traders. I take advantage of traders that don't know what they're doing. But if you join MIC and you put in the work, you will become consistently profitable. That's a different story. So what Adam was talking about is this. What people have to understand is this. Just because you watch one video does not mean that you are going to be an expert in that topic, right? So imagine like going to the gym, right? Imagine you're going to the gym. If you do one chest workout, your chest is not going to get bigger. But if you constantly do reps, if you constantly do reps of your chest workout, eventually your muscles are going to grow, you're going to become bigger, and that's how you're going to learn. So don't think that you just have to watch one video or you have to watch the video one time and you're going to get it. The more times you watch something, the more reps that you put in, the better you will get, right? So every single day, you know what I do? I am the owner and creator of MIC with Bao and Tosh. And as the owner and creator, I go back to the main room every single day, starting at 8 in the morning, and I read my own commentary. I read what I said. I pull up a chart and I try to see what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. What is my mindset during the day? I am reviewing my own trades every single morning. After 6 years of trading, after millions of dollars making, after fucking massive six-figure weeks and six-figure months, I am going back and I am not thinking that I am an expert. I am still thinking that I am a student trying to improve for myself, right? So let that sink in for a second. If someone that has 6 years experience is making all this money re-reviewing everything that I'm posting, you know what my process is at night? I read every single message that I put into the main room, and then I watch my recap video. If I don't have a recap video for that day, I watch about trading fish or about daily recap every single day. And that's because I'm getting my reps in, right? I am getting my reps in. I am practicing. I am preparing. I am making sure that I am putting in the work that I need because I know for a fact this. All right. I know that if I am not putting in the work, some other kid over there is going to put in the work more than me and he's going to make the money that I should be making. So remember that, guys. Remember that. Just because there's videos and there's a lot of stuff, just because you watched it one time, does not mean that you are an expert in that subject. I'll give you an example. My favorite superhero is Batman. But for this example, I'm going to talk about the Avengers movies because that's more popular. But every time I watch the Avengers movies, every time I watch like a Thor or an Iron Man or whatever the hell it is, every single time I watch it, I notice something different every single time. I notice a little Easter egg. I notice a golden nugget. So think of it as a movie, right? The more you watch these videos, the more experience you get, the more you recognize these little golden nuggets in the videos. And that's why I have so much respect for someone like Michael Trent, so much respect for James, because I know these guys are watching the videos and they're picking up on the little nuances that I don't even realize I say, right? It's become so natural for me to talk about this stuff that I don't recognize when I'm saying something that is actually valuable. So whenever something comes up, like the Flash example of making 10 cents three times rather than 30 cents one time, it's like that's the stuff that I want to keep repeating and keep talking about because that's what really resonates for you guys. So recognize this. Recognize this. If you are not putting in the work, someone else will put in the work. If you realize that 90% of traders fail and the 10% that make it put in the work, bro, why would you not put in the work? I just don't understand. I just don't understand. It's like I I don't want to keep talking about MIC and how important it is because if you don't know by now, then you'll never know. But we are churning out consistently profitable traders. It is something that me and Bao are very proud of, right? We are very proud that we've created a system that is repeatable, that the students are learning to become better than mentors. And I was having a conversation with one of our moderators, Alan Wiggins, who was at the San Jose meetup. But basically, what we talked about is that the reason why MIC traders are so successful is because they are learning the good habits from the beginning. They're learning what not to do from the beginning, and they don't have bad habits to unlearn. The problem is if you join one of these, sorry, let me just walk by these guys. Give me a sec. The problem is if you join one of these scammers, one of these gurus, I get it. I get it. I was talking to Bao about it actually, and I was like, look, if I'm at the store, and I see something for $200 and I see something for $50, chances are I'm going to go with the $50 one, right? Because there's probably no difference. There's nothing really there. But the truth of the matter is in trading, it's very different, right? You get what you pay for. You get for your quality. If you want Walmart fuck quality, you could go to Walmart. But if you want the highest end, highest grade, the best of the best, well, you have to fucking pay up for it. And it's not. And the funny part is that people pay $50 a month for these scammers, and then they pay $2,000 or $3,000 for the education. Meanwhile, they complain that $5 a day is too much for all the education that we give. So recognize that, man. I paid 20 or $30,000 a year for college, right? I went to college. I got a finance degree. I paid $30,000 a year, right? 30 grand a year for 4 years. Almost fucking $120,000 I had to pay for college. So if MIC is fucking 179 a month, call it $2,000 a year, which is fucking a tenth of the price of college for making more money than it. I just don't understand why people are so cheap to really be doing it. I don't know if you guys see the testimonials. I don't even know if you guys see all that we've put out, but members are actually making money, right? We let our members do the talking for us, and that's what's important. But anyway, back to trading. Do you guys have any other questions for me? I like keeping this interactive. I like keeping this helpful for you guys. And I get the most value when members are watching the videos. Was college worth it for me? No, absolutely not. I want to drop out. My dad didn't let me. But here's the thing about college, right? I think the problem with college is this: the curriculum is outdated. And I don't want to get into school and all that shit, but I think the reason why college is inefficient is the curriculum is outdated, right? Give me a sec. The curriculum is outdated because, like, for example, when I was in school, when I was in my classes, I remember that they wouldn't let us use calculators. I remember that we were learning long division equations. I learned that we were doing all this stupid shit that I was never going to use in my life before. I mean, for example, I know it's important, but stop, drop, and roll is something that they teach every single person in America. Every single person knows what stop, drop, and roll is. I don't know about you guys, but I was never lit on fire, so that's not really that important to me. How about learning how to do my fucking taxes? How about learning how to make money? How about learning how to invest my money? That's the shit that I want to learn, man. That's the shit as a kid we need to learn. And what I understand is we are offering you guys education. We are offering you guys a way to fucking make money. And people are still too cheap to afford it, right? And that's totally fine. I get it. That's not a problem. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. But recognize that the longer you are fucking ignorant, the longer it will take you to make money, right? Last week I made $6,000 on the week. I'm up almost $80,000 in 30 days of trading. And I'm not doing fucking anything different. I'm just a fucking regular guy wearing regular long sleeve, short sleeve, this and that. Like, that's what people don't get, man. That's what people don't get. I think that if the education system, the school system changed, that everything would be a lot different in America, right? I'll give you an example. My little brother is 12 years old, 13 years old, and he's had an iPad in his hand forever. And every single thing that he learns is from an iPad. Every single thing that I've learned that I've applied to my life has been from YouTube or Google or anything like that, right? So for example, if that's how we're learning these days, it's going to come to a point where college is going to be useless. There's so much student debt. There's so many fucking problems with student debt. You're paying all this money. Had I not found trading, I would definitely not have made enough money to pay back my student loans or my college debt, right? So that's just something you have to realize. If learning how to trade and making $100 to $200 a day is a tenth of the size of college, a tenth of the size of college, and you have 10 times the earning power to be able to make, I don't get why everyone is not jumping on this, man. I don't get why everyone's not jumping on this. And the best part is you don't have to listen to me. You can listen to the members that are making the money. Anyway, questions, guys. I get this shit pisses me off. Anytime we talk about education with my friends, I always lose it. I always lose it, man. I'll give you another example. My father did not let me drop out of college. He said I am the oldest son, that I have to set a example for my younger brothers. So I had to go to school. My younger brother, Alan, went to 2 years of school and dropped out. And you know what he did? He learned how to open up an online casino. He's making over $1 million a year running an online casino, and he would never have done that if he was still in college. I don't know if it's in the milk that I drank or the parenting that my dad did, but me and my brother understand that it's hard work that brings you success. And although it's two different industries and two separate things, we understand that if you put in the work and learn everything, that's how you have to make it in this world. So again, after I finish this live, I'm going to go back and review myself. After I finish this live, I'm going to be like a professional athlete and rewatch my footage, right? So if you are not dead constantly putting in the work, we are putting out new videos every single day for you guys to learn. I don't have to do this shit, man. I don't have to do this shit. I don't have to do anything anymore. I could just stop working tomorrow and I'll still be fine. I have investments in real estate. I own a couple pieces of some businesses. So I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. I do this shit because I love it. And what pisses me off so much is that when I have a passion for something, when I love something, if people are not understanding how much work goes into this every single day, and you guys are just being lazy and not really watching anything, so be it. So be it. Because those that do watch stuff are finding success. James is in here, bro. James is fucking making a couple hundred to $1,000 a day every fucking day. Tom Diesel had $700 left, was driving Uber, and now is making 100 grand a year. Right? These are not actors. These are not fucking scammers. These are normal fucking people that started off with MIC the right way. They did not have to learn all the bad habits like washout longs, fucking micro pullbacks, and all this bullshit, man. All this fucking bullshit. Anyway, let me scroll back and see some questions. Yeah, Mike's right. So everyone knows how you could lose weight, right? All right, so inner and outer line. So for those that don't know, what an inner line on something like CEI is like the 230 line, and the outer line is like the 250 line, which is the $half mark. Uh, so for example, on CEI, when you are trading the stock, the inner line, yes, is 230, and the push is towards 250. That's an outer line. And what we like to mention is during zombie times, You should focus on outer lines. So let me kind of just backtrack a little bit. So something that I get asked all the time is, it's 10:30, it's zombie times. Can I still trade? And let me tell you the fucking answer. Let me tell you the truth. The truth of the matter is this: after tracking my statistics, I found that I lose money after 10:30, right? And that's Alex. That's Alex's statistics, right? Some other people have different statistics. Other people do things differently. But what I've realized from my statistics is that I lose money after 10:30. And after talking to Dr. Brett Steenbarger about it, uh, for those of you that don't know, was my training coach for about a year. Uh, After talking to him about it, he said you have two options. You could either expand your playbook and try to find a way to make money during those times, or do what he thinks, what he recommends, which is cutting off your trading for the day. Walk away, help the community, help the members. You have another full-time job helping people in MIC. So why don't you focus on that and be productive during those times rather than sitting there and being stressed? And that's kind of what changed my trading. The zombie rule changed my trading forever. Because now what I do is I trade till the morning. I trade until 10:30, 11 o'clock. I cut myself off and I walk away, make videos, answer 70 PMs a day, put up new videos on YouTube, try to work to innovate and give you guys new perks and new features and stuff like that. That takes up a lot of my time. But back to the point is, can you trade during zombie times? Well, what do your statistics tell you? Are you making money after 10:30? Are you losing money after 10:30? Are you flat after 10:30? And the truth of the matter is, most people after 10:30 they will lose money. Most people after 10:30 will lose money because that's when the volume shrinks. That's when the algos take control. So I recommend that most people either size down after 10:30 on the short side, or cut it off completely. Right, cut it off completely. But here's the flip side: there are plenty of long traders in MIC. If you know what a short trader is doing, you could do the inverse and make money. I actually got a PM today from one of the members that went long CEI today and sold it at 2:30 where we were all shorting, right? So there's so many ways to make money. So there's plenty of members inside MIC who are not only making money short, but after 10:30, they are focusing on going long stocks that have rotated their flow, stocks that are holding above VWAP, stocks that are holding the support lines, and people are waiting. Longs are not trading from 9:30 to 10:30. I mean, from 9:30 to 10. They are starting their day trading at 10:30 because they've realized that these zombie moves are real. They've realized that there are so many ways to make money in this market. And zombie times, for those of you that don't know, took me and Bao fucking years to learn, bro. Years to learn. And you'll see everyone's gonna copy it. They're gonna do the vampire times, the undead times, zombie times. They're gonna copy it all. You wait, right? So the point is that after these times, from 10:30 to 2 o'clock, stocks have a knack of going a little bit higher. The volume shrinks and the stocks go a little bit higher. So if you recognize that this is happening over and over again, wouldn't you, as a long bias trader, start to go long? And that's the point, right? That's the point. And then we have reverse zombie times, which I'm not going to talk about, where the stocks tend to finally start to reverse. But the point is this, guys. The point is this: there's so many ways to make money. And you don't have to just be a short bias trader. You don't have to cut off your trading at 10:30. The point is to back test, see what's working, see what's not working. Try to improve your trading slowly. Get your reps in, right? Get your reps in. Watch the movie over and over again. Look for different clues that you see. As you notice, we talk about the same things over and over again. And that's because that's what we believe in. That's what works. If something works, we're going to keep repeating it over and over again, right? So just keep in mind, guys, keep in mind that's just practice. Practice makes perfect. The only way to improve your free throw is not to read about it. The only way to improve is to get out there and do it yourself, right? Practice. All right, I'm making my trek back home. Any questions, guys? Again, don't take my word for MIC. Go to myinvestingclub.com/testimonials. Look at the uncompensated, unpaid testimonials from members, not actors. Can't believe I have to say that shit. Well, that's a fucking crane. What do I look for on the level 2 to identify stuff happens? So you don't really identify a stuff move from the level 2. What ends up happening is, what was that M stock that was kind of going ape shit today? MRN something. Could you guys type it? And what is it trading at? I did go over my CEI trade in the beginning. What was that M stock that was easy to borrow that I told everyone to avoid? MIRM was it trading at? MIRM. So this was a good example. I think around 22 bucks. I think it was, if I can remember correctly. So if you notice, the stock topped out around 23 and the stock pushed towards 22 on elevated volume. In MIC, I posted the stuff chart, but what I'm looking for is not on the level 2. What I'm looking for is it's on the chart. So I am looking, and I posted this example in MIC, and every time I see a stuff example, I want to post so you guys learn, is the stock pushed up towards 22, right? Pushed up on elevated volume. On elevated volume, it pushed and tried to break high of the day. And am I getting pulled over? Hey, I'm on Instagram.
For what?
I'm on live.
Oh, yeah?
You want to say hi?
No, not really.
All right, sorry.
I just wanted to, where you live around here?
Right there.
You got your ID? Because someone called me. There's a suspicious guy walking with a camera.
Nah,
weird
you could
stuff.
come back home with
You
me
have
and
your
get.
ID on you?
Not on me. I have it at home though. If you want to
Okay.
come.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
What's he had? Oh, no, I don't want to do it.
Yep.